I recently got interviewed by my Oregonian colleague Kristine Halverson about living and working in Palo Alto and the Bay Area overall. We discussed reasons why people move here and stay here, as well as our unique housing market, driven by very successful local economy and by limited housing supply. Make yourself comfortable, watch till the end, and tell me in the comments below what you think I got right, what I got wrong, and what is your own experience living here in the Bay Area.
Welcome, I'm Kristine Halverson with Lovely Bend Homes, and I wanted to introduce you to Michael Talis with the Talis Team in Palo Alto. And he's just an amazing agent, very experienced and seasoned. But let me let him talk to you more about himself and his team.
Thank you for a kind introduction. So I'm here in San Francisco Bay Area with Coldwell Banker. I work with my wife. So our team is a team of two. Whatever the situation will be, you always will talk either to me or to my wife. My wife's name is Elena. We started business, or she started business in 2004. I joined her full-time 2009, and the rest is history. We both come from high-tech background, both worked in tech. I was writing embedded code and then managing engineering groups. And now I'm in real estate. And that's what's interesting for me in real estate is statistics. So if you're interested in analytics, don't hesitate to ask questions.
Well, that's great. That's good. Let me just ask you a couple more questions and then we can get into the data.
Sure.
So I'm just curious, why do people move to Palo Alto? And then recently they've been moving out of Palo Alto. So if you could kind of talk about those two trends that happen, that'd be great.
Sure. So I want to split it in even more sections, this question, because first question would be why people move to the Bay Area. And majority of people we work with are moving to the Bay Area because of jobs. That's the main driver of people coming to the Bay Area. Palo Alto specifically is a university town on top of everything. Stanford University is right here. So people are moving here again for jobs related to Stanford and surrounding companies. So we're really a few miles away in the next city, Mountain View, next city south. That's where Google is. And next city north, Menlo Park, that's where Facebook is, or Meta. So we're right in the center of Silicon Valley. And one of the interesting things about Palo Alto, we have a building where the first commercial microchip was developed. From where I sit, it's less than half mile away. Not even talking about HP garage. So it has a long history of high tech. So people are coming for jobs, first of all. And second, it's an amazing community to live in. And it's also known for schools. So kind of two main drivers, jobs and schools.
Well, those are great drivers, and you really are at the epicenter of a lot of the tech things that are happening in our world.
It's a mixed blessing. And to the second part of your question, yes, we see a lot of people going remote during the COVID time. The trend is hard to really put a thumb on it because some of the companies requiring right now to go back for a few days a week. Some companies still are remote. Just to share some of my industry experience, around year 2000, I was working for a company that had a telecommute policy. So 3 days a week, you can work from home. So now seems like we're moving back to similar trend where it's mixed model, while between like 2000 and up to COVID, things were moving to more, everybody's working from the office. You get everything in the office, including food, dry cleaning, daycare. So you can live on Facebook campus and you don't have to ever leave. Or same with Google.
One-stop shop, right?
Well, Apple didn't do that though. So that was kind of interesting differentiation, but they're a much older company.
Right. Yeah, that's I like that you brought that up, how years ago you could work at home easily and then COVID changed that. So because it feels like all my friends have always had to go into the office and stay there all day and all night. So, um,
Well, well, and they are rationing food, so you will
yeah,
stay there and you will be there at the right time. That was
yeah,
also kind of planned. It worked for a lot of people, especially for younger people who were just out of college. It was a great environment to start your career and develop it. And a lot of people starting there went on to build their own companies. That's part of the engine of Silicon Valley.
that's great. So let's talk a little bit about the housing in Palo Alto, just so if somebody's moving for a job, they kind of know what to expect, like maybe what's your typical home, bedroom, bathroom size, and then, that could roll into like pricing and different trends you're seeing.
So Palo Alto itself is a city that got on the map because of the university. So we have an older downtown where some homes are dated back to early 1900s. Generally, most of the city was built somewhere in 50s and 60s.
Okay.
And typical home at the time was like 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, 1,500 square feet. Typical lot size for single family home will be around 6,000.
Oh,
So
that's good.
somewhere between 5,000 and like seven, give or take. A lot of homes were remodeled since then. So we see more 4 bedroom homes kind of being upgraded. And we see some new developments when individual homes are replaced by newer construction, and those are typically 4 or 5 bedrooms. The price in Palo Alto is, I would say right now, my latest data from October, around 3 million. That's median home sale price in Palo Alto. But
Wow.
don't get scared. Don't get scared yet, because generally, Bay Area, if you look at Santa Clara, San Mateo counties combined, the median home sale price this year it was fluctuating between 1.4 and 1.6.
Oh, okay.
So it's probably pretty scary for a lot of people coming out of state, but it's a little more affordable if you look at the whole area. Even though the homes are a little older, what I tell my clients, don't look at the age of the house, look at how it was maintained. Because
Right.
home built in 1956 with zero maintenance over that time is one type of property. If you are thinking about something that was remodeled down to studs 2 years ago, for all practical purposes, it's a brand new home,
Right.
and they're priced differently. You have to kind of look at the maintenance history of the house on top of just pure numbers.
So the 3 million is that going to get somebody in Palo Alto like new construction, or
No,
is that just
no,
like a
no.
revamp, remodeled home?
It's uh, that price includes everything, including condominiums, townhomes. So
Okay.
there are a few developments with that were built in around 2010, where you have single family homes, but with virtually no land. The um,
Right.
lot will be 2,000 to 3,000 square feet.
Uh-huh.
So it's much higher density. But if you want a home you really can walk around, is it probably three and up.
Okay. Okay. And then are HOAs common when you have a home?
Not for single family homes. There are some exceptions, and there is one very interesting one. Uh, it's called Green Meadow.
Okay.
It's a neighborhood built by Joseph Eichler.
Oh yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
architectural style, mid-century modern. So when they built the community, they had a pool, and eventually the community sued Joseph Eichler and his development company to buy out the pool. So there is kind of an HOA, but it's not recorded. So it's optional participation.
Oh, great.
You can buy into the pool, but you don't have to. So it's kind of an experiment. The community was built in mid 50s. So the whole HOA process in California, how they're legally set up, was very early. And kind of another curiosity point, Eichler built one co-op The only co-op I'm aware of on the whole peninsula was built by Joseph Eichler as an experiment.
So I guess neither one of those things took off after he tried it.
And not in the Bay Area. I talk to people from New York. Co-ops are everywhere, but
Yeah.
I'm aware of only one in on the peninsula.
And then do you have any neighborhoods that are gated with either a self-maintained gate or somebody with or a
Not in
guard?
Palo Alto.
Okay,
We
interesting.
again the communities on peninsula were built in 50s and 60s. So if you go
Hmm.
to East Bay, some
Hmm.
of the new developments, yes, they're gated. They have some of them have golf courses, some of them have their own facilities, and they have HOAs for single family homes, but it's pretty rare on peninsula. But let me mention one more thing, because if you're thinking about townhomes and condominiums, yes, HOAs are everywhere.
Okay.
And we had pretty bad experience lately
Okay.
because after COVID, it seems like a lot of these communities are not in perfect financial shape. So they
Oh,
were freezing their monthly fees for a while, and some of them are behind on their reserves. And we ran into a few of them lately where reserves were very questionable.
so meaning like when you're in escrow and you're doing the appraisal and they're looking at the
It's
health of the HOA?
it's typically not the appraisal process, but if you are buying in, they're saying like the latest property we were working on, they have about 27,000 per unit deficit in their uh,
Ooh,
in their reserves, not in the budget, in the reserves. So
okay.
they either have to increase their monthly payments, monthly dues, or they have to levy a special assessment eventually, or they have to cut down and modify their maintenance plan. But it's a political process. The owners have to vote on it.
Yeah, because everyone's in a different financial situation.
Yeah.
So, wow, that's a lot. Okay, good to know if you're looking for a condo or a townhome. I think Michael will steer you in the right direction with that.
We actually have a company. We work with a company that their full-time business is inspecting HOA docs. So they kind of like accountants with HOA
Nice.
experience, and they understand the legal side of how to run HOA properly. And they
Okay.
also understand the accounting, and they can give you an opinion whether or not it's uh, safe to buy in, or basically they're trying to evaluate the level of risk of buying into something that is not 100% funded or 60% funded versus 20% funded.
I like that. So then as a buyer, you kind of know where you stand and you can decide what you want to do. So
Right.
that's great. Um, I'm also curious, have you seen the inventory increase, and are you still having multiple offers or things selling for under asking? Kind of like what can somebody expect if they're putting their home on the market as a seller? What could they expect?
It's a very tough question to answer because I can give you a snapshot, but long-term trends are hard to predict.
Yeah.
So the latest data I have that on Peninsula, and I'm talking again Santa Clara, San Mateo counties,
Okay.
the number of sales dropped by 45%.
Oh, okay.
Number of listings dropped by 26%, and
Okay.
inventory grew by 27%. So
Right.
the listings are outpacing the sales. And because of that, we have increase of inventory. The numbers I'm giving you are year over year.
Okay.
So we definitely see a slowdown in the market. The prices right now are about even with last year,
Okay.
about 1.7% below last year. Peak of prices was in April. And in October, we saw a 14% drop from the peak of in April. So
Okay.
we have reduction in number of sales comparing with earlier months in the year. And we'll also see a pretty significant price drop uh, within the year. A lot of people are expecting that this trend will continue, but it's very hard to say because one of the challenges in the Bay Area is that we're landlocked.
Mhm.
virtually from the tip of San Francisco all the way to South San Jose. There is no place to build. We have bay on one side, we have mountains on another side, and we have cities that are stacked one against another all the way down the peninsula. So the only way to say to tell that you're going from city to city is the color of the name, street names on the
Mhm.
corners. Some of them are green, some of them are white, brown, blue, and that way
Love
you
it.
can say, okay, you're now in Mountain View and not in Palo Alto anymore. So that's what really keeps the prices high, because we
Right.
cannot really add much supply. And we have amazing employment base. So people are in the area well paid, and that's the combination: supply, demand, and availability of money.
Wow. What a great community.
Yeah,
I
no, you
do.
have to work really hard to stay here. It's uh, these big companies don't make your life easy.
Yeah, that's true. But if that's what you want to do, it sounds like a great place.
100%.
So we talked about employment in the area. We talked about what industries are in there, the telecommuting.
Let me talk a little bit more about industries, because uh, it's not just high tech.
Okay,
We also have a pretty big sector that is biotech.
thank
We
you.
have medical, we have education. We see a lot of people that are coming to Stanford to study. And these people are staying in the area for period from 5 to 7 years to do their PhD work, for example, or
Right.
residency at the hospitals. And it's not just Stanford, like UCSF is another research hospital that is a center of multiple studies. I'm specifically familiar with they have cancer center that is famous specifically for brain tumors. It's a variety of employment. And if you go further south in San Jose, for example, it's more hardware and chip manufacturing. So we have geographically financial industries mostly in San Francisco. There are also VCs in Menlo Park, Palo Alto, around Stanford, venture capital. We have large legal firms that are supporting high tech development. So we see a lot of different industries, not just core, but supporting. Just because of the size of high tech, biotech, and education, you have a lot of industries that support them, like legal, for example.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of great jobs too.
And just to give you a snapshot, there was a study pretty recently about median salaries in different companies. It's probably a year or 2 years old right now, but companies like Facebook or Meta and Google, their median salary was around quarter million,
Okay.
250. What was interesting that Apple was somewhere around 80,000.
Oh,
And the main reason is Apple owns their retail. So Google and Meta are mostly engineering companies. Apple has
right.
a wider variety of employment opportunities. But generally, that's what allows people to uh, buy into these expensive communities. And that's part of the reason why it's that expensive.
Well, I really appreciate how well you know your area and that you are also very into the market data in real estate and the employment history. It helps me a lot. I like to use data as like a baseline and then kind of go from there on what I'm seeing in the marketplace. But
Well,
I wanted to ask you, what is a good way for people to reach out to you if they're want to you talk to you as a resource, you and your wife, or maybe they're going to buy or sell real estate? How can they reach you guys?
do search for the Talis team anywhere on the internet. You'll find us. My phone number directly, my cell phone number is 650-766-6100, or Michael at talisteam.com.
I want to
That's
thank you so much, Michael. And I love that you work with your wife because I work with my sisters. So family teams, family dynamics, if we can get along, are very are very amazing. So
Well,
thank you for your time. I mean, if you want to add anything else, because I know it's kind of a short one today, but we'll be talking again over the next.
let me, one of the things that is always on my mind is what's unique about this area.
Okay.
Uh, and not just climate. Redwood City has their slogan is climate best by government test, and we should talk about why it's in a separate conversation. But you live in an urban environment or suburban environment with access to great employment, and at the same time, within half an hour from virtually anywhere, you can be in the mountains where you can hike or bike or do whatever for hours without seeing any homes. You literally feel like you are in a forest or kind of wild space that nobody lives in. And if you drive about what from Palo Alto, probably half an hour to 40 minutes, and you're at the ocean. So that's what really makes this place unique, and that's why a lot of people like being here. You talk to people who surf, who bike, who ski, and it's all accessible from this area. Tahoe is about 4 hours away. So just to give you an idea of lay of the land.
Yeah, if I didn't love where I lived, I would be moving to Palo Alto. It sounds like an amazing community, and I didn't know it was, because sometimes you look at the home prices and you think, what is going on? But you just gave a great overall snapshot of what it's like in your area. It sounds beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you for your time, and we'll be seeing everyone around.